everyone, here we are again in English class with me, Miss Jihan. Today, we will learn about simple present tense. Do you know what simple present tense is? And what the function of simple present tense? Before it, I will mention about our learning objectives for today's meeting. Our learning objectives for today's meeting are students are able to understand the use and the structure of simple present tense, and students are able to make sentences using simple present tense. Now, I will explain about what simple present tense is and what the function of simple present tense. Simple present tense is a tense that used when an event is taking place at this time or an event that occurs repeatedly, or we can call it habit. These tenses are the tenses that most often used in English. There are two types of sentence, verbal sentence and nominal sentence. Verbal sentence is sentence that needs a verb. For example, he goes to school. Goes is a verb. And then the nominal sentence is sentence that doesn't need a verb. For example, he is a farmer. The next is about formula of simple present tense. The first is formula for positive sentence. In positive sentence, there are two kinds of sentence, verbal and nominal. For verbal sentence, the formula is subject plus verb 1 plus complement. For example, I go to school. I as subject, go as verb 1 and to school as complement. The second example is she goes to school. She as a subject, goes as verb 1 and to school as complement. The use of verb 1 depends on the subject. I will explain it in the next slide. For nominal sentence, the formula is subject plus to be is MR plus complement. For example, she is beautiful. She as subject, is as to be, and beautiful is complement. And then the second example is I am smart. I as subject and am as to be, and then smart as complement. I will explain the use of to be is MR in the next slide. For you guys, I will explain about the use of verb 1 and to be. The use of verb 1 and to be, it depends on the subject. The first I will explain about the use of verb 1. If the subject are I, we, you, they, we use verb 1 without S or ES. And if the subject he, she, it, we use verb 1 with S or ES. And then the second is the use of to be. The use of to be, it depends on subject. If the subject I, we use to be am. And then when the subject he, she, it, we use to be is. And when the subject we, they, and you, we use to be are. Now, we move to the formula for negative sentence. For verbal sentence, the formula is subject plus does or do plus not plus verb 1 plus complement. For example, I don't go to school. I as a subject and then add do or does plus not and go as a verb 1 and to school as complement. And the second example is she doesn't go to school. She as a subject and then add do or does plus not and then go as a verb 1 and to school as a complement. For nominal sentence, the formula is subject plus to be is MR plus not plus complement. For example, she is not beautiful. She as a subject is as to be plus not and beautiful as complement. And the second example is I am not smart. I as subject and then am as to be plus not and smart as complement. The next is formula for interrogative sentence. For verbal sentence, the formula is do or does plus subject plus verb 1 plus complement and plus question mark. For example, do you go to school? Does she go to school? And then the next for nominal sentence. The formula is to be is MR plus subject plus complement and then plus question mark. For example, am I beautiful? Is she smart? You guys don't forget to add question mark. Okay? Now I will explain about the use of do or does in negative sentence and interrogative sentence. The use of do or does, it depends on the subject. If the subjects are I, you, we, they, we use do. And then if the subject he, she, it, we use does. The last formula is formula for WH question, like what, when, where, why, who, and how. For verbal sentence, the formula is WH plus do or does plus subject plus verb 1 plus complement plus question mark. For example, where do you go? Where does she go? And then the next is nominal sentence. The formula is WH plus to be plus subject plus complement plus question mark. For example, where are you? Where is she? I will give you some example again. For verbal sentence, she plays basketball every day. This is a positive sentence. Why we use plays? Why we don't use play? Because the subject she. If the subject she, we use verb 1 with s or es. And then the next is the negative sentence. She doesn't play basketball every day. Because the subject she, we use doesn't or does not. And then the interrogative sentence, does she play basketball every day? Same with the negative sentence, we use does because the subject is she. And then for nominal sentence, I am a doctor. This is a positive sentence. Why we use to be am? Because the subject is I. And then the negative sentence, I'm not a doctor. Same with the positive, we use am not because the subject is I. And then the interrogative, are you a doctor? Why we use are as a to be in this sentence? Because the subject is you. Do you understand? I hope you understand this material. I will give you some exercise to make you more understand about simple present tense. I will send the link through WhatsApp group and I will give you time to do it until 12 p.m. this day. And for your homework, please make 10 sentences using simple present tense. Include 3 forms: positive, negative, and interrogative. You can submit it through WhatsApp before next week. I think that is enough for today. Don't forget to do your exercise and homework. Thank you and see you.